All right, so, everyone's talking about this whole Elon Musk and OpenAI thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it's everywhere you look. You've
Yeah.
got Musk, the guy who's kind of involved in everything these days, and OpenAI, the folks behind ChatGPT.
Right.
But this is more than just a headline. This is a legal battle that could really change how we think about AI.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what we're diving into today is, Musk upping the ante.
Okay.
He's expanded his lawsuit against OpenAI, and now Microsoft's caught in the crosshairs.
Uh-oh.
And he's making some serious accusations about antitrust violations.
Wow.
The basis for our deep dive today is an article titled, Elon Musk Expands Lawsuit Against OpenAI, Adds Microsoft and Antitrust Claims, which came out pretty recently on November 17th, 2024.
Okay, so just to get us all on the same page, can you remind us what Musk was initially upset about back in August when he first filed the lawsuit?
Sure. So Musk's first argument focused on the fact that OpenAI started as a nonprofit and is kind of shifted away from that. He claimed that they've become too focused on profits and that they've strayed from their initial mission to develop AI safely and for the benefit of everyone.
I see. So it sounds like this new lawsuit is building on that original argument. But he's really going all out this time, isn't he? What's got him so riled up now?
Well, he's basically accusing OpenAI and Microsoft of trying to create an AI monopoly.
Whoa, okay.
The lawsuit alleges that they're using their combined power to push out any competition in the generative AI market.
Now, when we say generative AI, that's the technology that powers ChatGPT, right?
Exactly.
The stuff that can create text images, even music seemingly out of nowhere.
Right. It's the technology that has everyone talking, and Musk is arguing that OpenAI and Microsoft are trying to control it all.
And I bet that OpenAI's incredible valuation plays a big part in his argument, right? It's something like $157 billion in just 8 years.
That's right.
That's a huge leap from their beginnings as a nonprofit.
It is, and that kind of massive growth suggests that OpenAI might be laser-focused on dominating the market, which could be why Musk is so worried about their tactics.
Right. He's not just complaining either. He's asking for some pretty serious changes.
Yeah, he wants the courts to completely invalidate OpenAI's licensing agreement with Microsoft, which would basically reset their entire partnership.
Okay.
And he's demanding that they redistribute any profits they've earned through what he considers illegal practices.
Wow, he's not playing around. So how are OpenAI and Microsoft responding to all of this? They're not just sitting there and taking it, are they?
Well, OpenAI has called the lawsuit baseless and excessive,
Okay.
and Microsoft, well, they're staying quiet for now.
Classic Microsoft.
Right. It's a little like David versus Goliath with the future of AI hanging in the balance.
And to make things even more interesting,
Right.
the article points out that Musk currently has a pretty important role in the U.S. government.
That's right. He's in charge of overseeing spending cuts after making some big donations to Republican campaigns.
Interesting. So this isn't just a legal fight. It's got these political undertones, too.
Absolutely.
So what exactly is Musk's antitrust argument? What does he think OpenAI and Microsoft are doing that's so bad?
Well, he claims that OpenAI and Microsoft's investment strategies are basically forcing other companies to choose sides. They can either team up with this powerful duo or risk getting completely shut out of the AI world. Yeah, it's like they have to pick a team.
Right. It's like this high-stakes game of alliances in the world of AI.
Exactly. And, if you don't join the winning team, well, you're kind of left out in the cold.
Makes sense. And he's particularly concerned about their exclusive licensing agreement, right?
Yes. He says that's a big red flag.
Can you break down this exclusive licensing agreement thing for us? What does that actually mean?
Sure. So think of it this way. Let's say you invent something amazing, like a self-filling water bottle or something.
Okay.
An exclusive licensing agreement would mean that only one company could use your invention in their products.
So in this case, only Microsoft gets to use OpenAI's technology.
Right. No one else can touch it.
I'm starting to see why Musk is worried. If OpenAI's technology is really as revolutionary as everyone says, this agreement with Microsoft gives them a lot of power.
Exactly. And Musk argues that this setup is bad for consumers. It limits their choices and could even lead to higher prices.
But OpenAI has a counter-argument, right? They're not just going to sit back and let Musk control the narrative.
Of course not. They're fighting back. They're saying that Musk isn't being altruistic here.
Okay.
They're accusing him of using this lawsuit for personal gain, suggesting he's just trying to hurt a potential competitor.
So it's not just about the future of AI. There's this personal rivalry going on, too.
It definitely adds another layer to the story.
Yeah, it's like a real-life Silicon Valley drama unfolding right in front of us.
It really is. And it makes you wonder, knowing all this, Do you think Musk has a point about OpenAI becoming too powerful? Or do you think OpenAI is right that he's just bitter?
It's tough to say. On the one hand, Musk helped create OpenAI, so he probably has a good understanding of their goals and how they operate. But on the other hand, he's also a major player in the AI field himself, with his own companies and projects. It's hard to separate his personal interests from his concerns about the industry as a whole.
That's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. It's this clash of titans, this
Mhm.
battle for the future of AI, and it's happening right now.
And this isn't just some abstract tech debate happening in a courtroom. This has the potential to affect everyone's lives in really significant ways.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about how much we already rely on AI today, from the recommendations we get online to the voice assistants we use all the time.
Right. And this case could determine who controls those technologies and how they develop in the future.
So let's take a minute to recap for our listeners, just to make sure everyone's following this legal saga. We've got Elon Musk, who once supported OpenAI, now going head-to-head against them and their powerful ally, Microsoft.
And his main argument is that they've essentially created a monopoly in the world of generative AI, putting profit ahead of responsible development.
And he wants that licensing agreement thrown out and any profits they made unfairly redistributed. It's a bold move. But OpenAI is pushing back pretty hard.
They're saying Musk's claims are baseless and self-serving. They argue that they're operating within the law and that his concerns are just a tactic to undermine them.
It's a complicated situation with a lot at stake. So where do we go from here? What are the potential consequences of this lawsuit no matter who wins? Okay, so we've set the scene, but what are the different ways this could all play out? What happens if Musk actually wins?
Well, if he wins, it could really shake things up in the AI industry.
Okay.
Like imagine OpenAI and Microsoft being forced to completely change their strategy, could create a whole new wave of competition and innovation with other companies finally having a chance to make their mark.
So instead of just these two big players calling the shots, we could see a more diverse and dynamic AI landscape.
Exactly. And that could be a good thing.
Right.
But there's always another side to consider.
Right.
More competition could mean a less regulated, less controlled AI landscape, kind of like the Wild West.
Oh, like the early days of the internet.
Exactly. It was a free-for-all before any rules were really established.
That's a good point. It's easy to get excited about a big change, but we have to think about the potential downsides too. So what if OpenAI wins? What happens then?
Well, if OpenAI wins, it could cement their position as the leaders. It could really strengthen their partnership with Microsoft and send a message that their current approach is okay, which might discourage smaller companies from even trying to compete.
So it's like a fork in the road. One path leads to a more open and competitive AI world, while the other could lead to a future where power is concentrated in the hands of just a few. And this lawsuit could decide which path we take.
That's exactly right. And that's why this case is so much bigger than just a legal dispute between some tech companies. It's about the future of AI and who gets to shape it.
And for our listener, this isn't some abstract, far-off issue. This is about the technology that's already shaping your life right now. The algorithms that decide what you see online, what products you're shown, and even the music you listen to.
This lawsuit could directly affect your digital life.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with this thought. The future of AI is being written right now. And it's not just up to people like Elon Musk or the folks at OpenAI. It's up to all of us.
Right.
We need to stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking the tough questions. Because the choices we make today will determine the kind of AI-powered world we live in tomorrow.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.